Forthcoming event. God's intervention. Time of adversity, Part 1. The nations will rage against each other without mercy and inflict the greatest possible damage on themselves. People will be gravely affected by this, and suffering and grief will be their constant companions. People's heartlessness is immense and will even keep growing, and thus they will draw divine intervention ever closer to themselves. There is not much time left before it comes to pass what God has revealed to people through His Spirit, and yet, people will be taken by surprise, for in their unbelief they don't believe that they will be affected by it themselves. They don't believe that their spiritual hardship is such that it will necessitate this intervention and that the time for it has come. For they don't try to understand each other, everyone just wants to achieve his own advantage and harm his fellow human being. And this is the beginning of an unimaginably meagre time. Ideals will be lost which can never be replaced again. The time has come of which the Lord has spoken on earth, and the said intervention will result in such appalling suffering that people will believe they are incapable of enduring this forthcoming time. And yet, no one will be able to escape but, in fear of their life, everyone will hear God's voice speaking loudly and clearly to humanity. The extent of the destruction will make many people equally poor, great demands will be made on people's love, for only active neighborly love will be able to handle this misery while raising the spiritual low at the same time. For a loving person will not leave his fellow human being without help, and this activity of love will lead to spiritual growth. Every day until then shall be valued, and there will not be many more of them. The day will come surprisingly soon which will signify a major change in many ways. And despite their inner upheaval, only devout people will remain calm and recognize the real state of affairs. And in their awareness of humanity's spiritual hardship, they will try to also lead their fellow human beings to have faith. For the event will happen for the sake of their souls, and if a person then cares for his soul, God's intervention will also have borne fruit. Yet again, there will only be a few, for their spiritual blindness will prevent people from realizing. Amen.